Hello students, welcome back again. Hello everybody. You just give me one sec. Well, hello. I'm going to talk about the I'm going to talk about the poem, the remaining stanza of the poem Television by Roald Dahl. I did the first part. Now it's the second one because the poem is too big. So today we will start from there. We'll say it very loud and slow. They used to read. They would read and read and read and read and then proceed. Proceed means move forward. To read some more Great Scott, Gadzooks. Gadzooks and Great Scott is a surprising words. Okay. One half their lives was reading books. The nurseries shelves held books galore. Galore means in a great number. Books cluttered means fill up the nursery floor and in the bedroom by the bed. More books were waiting to be read. So in this stanza, the speaker's frustration grows once, as in this part he is seen pointing his argument on capitals. In capital letter, we have seen some words are there. In response to the parents, he emphasizes on the fact that they used to read books. Sometimes he shows his calmness and he speaks without getting angry. He says the kids before the advent of the television used to read and read, which nowadays no more bother to do. So in this lines, Dahl acknowledges the writing of another British writer also, that he told us about the books that he's telling that if the students start reading the books and then they will move forward and to read some more, they will, when they read more and more, they will surprised to know how the books are interesting. And he also tells us that our means maximum people lives they spent by reading books, their maximum life spent by reading books, and in that time the nursery shelves held books, and a great number of books were there, and book cluttered up the nursery floor, their bedroom, by their bed. More books were waiting to be read. So that is the poet's point of view in this stanza. And come to the next stanza. There the speaker is also telling that he's telling that some wondrous fine fantastic tales of dragons, gypsies, queens and whales. Wondrous means inspiring and fantastic tales means good stories of dragons. Dragons is a giant, and gypsies means gypsies are the nomads, people who are from South Asia. Queens and whales. The poet is telling about the storybooks about the fantastic tales and the wondrous fine books, and the books are of dragons and gypsies and queens and whales and treasure Ils. Here, Ils means the island, and distant shores. Distant means far away. Shores means the sea beach. Where smugglers rode with muffled oars. Smugglers means who import or export without paying tax. They are called smugglers. Okay, rowed with muffled oars. Muffled oars means, oar means the long poles for rowing the boat, and they that is the story of the storybooks where the smugglers are there. They rode with muffled oar. Without, muffled means without any sound, not loud. Okay, and pirates means who rob and attack the ships. The pirates wearing purple pant, maximum we know that pirates are wearing purple pants. So poet is telling about the pirates story and sailing ships and elephants. And cannibals means the man eater, a person who eats human flesh, crouching around the pot, staring away at something hot. Poet is telling about the stories, what a wondrous stories are there. If the students want to read the stories, they can get so many varieties. There are so many varieties are there for reading the stories. So poet, the speaker's telling is that he is telling, the poet then goes on to describe the types of the books the kids used to read one time. He tries to write in a manner which, when read by children, will evoke their interest to pick up a book and enter into the another world. The speaker talks about the wondrous tales of dragons, gypsies, queens, whales, and how much better those worlds are compared to what is shown in the television. And here poet describes that wondrous world the children might invent. Okay, and then the next stanza comes. That one is it seems so good. What can it be? Good gracious, it's Penelope. So Penelope means the weaver. Good gracious, and Penelope is what I am telling, that is the surprising words. Okay, so the next line, the younger ones had Britex Porter with Mr. Todd the dirty rotter. Rotter means here dirty person. And Squirrel Nutkin, Pigling Bland, and Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and just how the camel got his hump, and how the monkey lost his rump. Rump means the hind part of the animals, or the bottom part. And Mr. Toad, and bless my soul, there is Mr. Rat and Mr. Mole. Oh, books, what books they used to know. Those children living long ago. The poet is describing that the book's name, that which books the children used to read. And in these lines he acknowledges the writing of another British writers like Helen Britex Porter, best known for her children's book featuring animals. She has written stories about Mr. Todd, the dirty rotter, or about a red squirrel named Nutkin, or about a small pig named Bland, whose life changes upon meeting a soulmate. She has also illustrated stories about a hedgehog washerwoman named Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, or about a camel getting back his hump, or about a monkey losing his rump. More stories with interesting characters like Mr. Toad, Mr. Rat, and Mr. Rat fascinated the young minds before the idiot box was invented. That is the poet thinking. And he also tells that books now students don't read. The children don't read. And the speaker once again tell that and he wants to interject himself as a part of the story and bring up many interesting names which were once loved by the younger one. He tells about Rudyard Kipling's story, how the camel got his hump, to Beatrix Potter stories of Peter Rabbit, and he invites children, the poet invites children by saying there are lots of books writing for them to discover the whole new imaginative world. So that is poet's thinking. And then come to the next stanza. So please, oh please, we beg, we pray, go throw your TV set away, and in its place you can install a lovely bookshelf on the wall. Then fill the shelves with lots of books, ignoring all the dirty books, the screams and yells, the bites and the kicks, and children hitting you with sticks. Fear not, because we promise you that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do. And the poet is describing here that please, he is requesting the parents, please, we are begging, we are praying that please throw your television set away, and in that place you can install a lovely bookshelf and on the wall, and there you can keep some books for the children, and fill the shelves with lots of varieties of books, ignoring all the dirty looks. It means the children might look at you badly and they start screaming, yelling, they can bite you, they can kick you, but please don't bother about that. They may hit you with sticks, but fear not, because the poet is telling that he promises that in about a week or two of having nothing else to do, when the children find nothing to do, they don't have any option to entertain themselves, then they start reading the books. So that is the thinking of Dahl. And Dahl makes an earnest plea to the parents to throw away their television sets to get the good result and replace them with bookshelves. The parents should not give in to the endless protest made by the children and ignore all their objections. Replacing television sets with the bookshelves will be beneficial to the children in the long run. And having no other better option, the children will be compelled to read something in their leisure time, and this will bring in the change. That is the thinking of the poet about the books, because he wants to tell the parents that you have to suffer a lot for changing their environment by keeping the books in your home, but it will give you some benefits. The speaker once bring books his initial plan by telling the parents to please throw away their television set. He says initially it will be difficult, but they must look past the bites and the kicks from the children, because eventually they will become bored and sick by the pleasures of reading. A parent should always want the best for their child, and this is the only way to ensure the best thing. So the last stanza, what is that? And once they start, oh boy, you watch the slowly growing joy that fills their hearts. They will grow so keen, they will wonder what they would ever seen in the ridiculous machine. Ridiculous means here silly or unreasonable or stupid. That nauseating, foul, unclear, repulsive television screen. Here repulsive means ugly and disgusting, foul, unclean, ugly television screen. And later each and every kid will love you more for what you did. That is the poet's point of view. And the speaker means the poet ends the poem on a note of capitalism. The poet on a note of capitalized by saying that the day will come when the kids will eventually start reading books. The children will no longer seek the comforts of a television, but lounge in the fairy tales, the world of books. Though this process might take time, and the parents might get unhappy or angry remarks from their children, but eventually they will love you more for what you did. So that is the poet's thinking, and he assures the parents that once the children start reading books, they will not be able to stop. They will wonder why they had ever liked watching that idiot box. Reading books will enable them to make deep concentration and discover the whole new world that is full of excitement. And later they will thank their parents for introducing them to the world of literature. So that is the meaning, the whole meaning of the poem. Students, I hope you understand, because I have described the total meaning thoroughly, line by line. And that's all for today. And next day again we'll meet soon with another interesting videos. So bye bye, take care.